In this video, I will be teaching you how to make this beautiful gown you see on the screen step by step, and it's very easy to make and it's beginner friendly. If you are new in this channel, you are highly welcome. Please hit on the subscribe button if you have not done so. Turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you get to see it. So let's drive into the class. Welcome back, guys. These are the materials we'll be using for this class, and I'm using a crepe fabric of 2 yards of fabric, and I have a lining. Also, this is a cotonou lining. I have 2 yards as well. So this is my gum stain, and of course I have the ruler, pens, scissors, and I will be using chalk for this class. So let's get right there. So the first thing I will be doing is to fold my fabric into 4. Then I'm going to take the full length of my gown, and this is what I'm marking now. Then I will mark it, and so for the full length, my full length is 38. So I added 1 inches, making it 39 for my sewing allowance. So I'm just going to shock this part like this. So guys, so after that, I'm just going to take this line as my starting line. So as you can see, I have my zipper allowance and I folded my fabric into 4. So from this line here, I'm just going to mark my my armhole, from my shoulder to my armhole. Okay, I'm going to mark it there. Then after marking it here, I'm just going to shift it this way and also mark what I mark for the first one. Just mark it for me to have a straight line. So from there, I'm just going to mark the shoulder to my waistline, and for me, I have 16 inches. So from shoulder to my waistline is 16 inches. So I will just mark it like so. I'll just shift it to this end like this, and I'm just going to mark my shoulder to my waist 16 inches. Then after that, I'm just going to rule this part as a straight line. I'm just going to use my ruler to rule it as a straight line like this. So guys, after ruling my lines, I'm just going to rule the waistline. After ruling my lines, I'll take from this shoulder to my hip length. So for my shoulder to my hip length is 25 inches. So I will just mark it like this. So when you mark it from your waist down is 9 inches. So I'm just going to rule it as a straight line like so. So this is my shoulder line. Here is my chest line. Here is my waistline. And this line here is my hip line. So for the shoulder line, we are going to divide our shoulder measurement, divide by 2. Note that we are not including the zipper allowance, okay? We'll just start our measuring from the first line, which is the other line. So I'm going to divide my shoulder measurement into 2, then I will mark it. My shoulder measure is 14, divided into 2, I have 7. I'm going to place myself this way, and at the chest line, I'm still going to impute it, and I'm going to rule it as a straight line, and this is the armhole length. So for the neck width, I'm using 3.5 inches for my neck width, and for the neck depth, I'm using 3 inches for my neck depth. You can as well use your preference. You can use 3 inches by 3 inches or 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches, just depending on how wide you want your neck to be. Okay, so for the back, I come down by 1 inches. Then I'm just going to connect it to the neck width like this. So I'm just going to curve it like so. Then the next step we are going to take is to mark our shoulder slope. So I'm coming down by 1 inches from here, and I'm going to connect it to the width of my neckline, and I'm going to connect it a straight line like this, and that is my shoulder slope. So the next step is to mark what I have left and divide it into 2. Then I mark the midpoint. I come in by half an inch. Then From this chest line, I'm going to divide my bust measurement divide by 4, and whatsoever I got, I'm going to place it at the chest part here like this, and I'm going to mark it. Then I'm using my curve ruler to connect these 3 points together, my bust measurement, the half inch, and to the width, to the neck, my neck, my shoulder slope, sorry. So that is that. So I'm going to add 2 inches for my seam allowance. Okay, so I'm adding 2 inches to my seam allowance. So after that, I'm coming to the waistline. I will divide my waist measurement divided by 4, and I'm going to impute what I have to. So after imputing it, and I'm going to also add my seam allowance. Take note that I'm not adding any form of ease. It's a fitted gown, okay? So I just add 2 inches for seam allowance. Then I will come to this hip part. I'm going to divide my hip measurement divided by 4, and for this hip part is a kind of, I'm going to add 3 inches to my actual hip, okay? Then I'm going to add 2 inches because it's a corny uh, gown. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So you need to add extra ease to the hip. It's only the hip line that you are going to add ease to, because it's a kind of corny a shape. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. The From the waist and the bust is fitted, and from the hip down is, you are going to add ease to it. Okay, if you don't understand what I'm trying to explain, just look what I'm doing. I just clean out the 3 inches ease because my fabric is not enough. Then I added 2 inches for ease and 2 inches for my seam allowance. But if your fabric is if you have enough fabric, please go ahead to use 3 inches, okay, for your ease and your seam allowance of 2 inches, okay. So you can see I connect my hip to the waist like this. So as you can see in this video, in this picture, you can see it's a form of A-line gown. It's a kind of A-line gown. So I will measure what I have here for this hip. I will measure it down, okay. After marking it, then I'm going to add another extra ease at the down part here, because what we have at this hip here is what we have here now. So I'm going to add another extra ease, okay, like I'm adding another extra 2 inches, 2 inches. Now I'm just going to slice it, because when you look at this picture, is a kind of a line. And I'm just going to connect from the hip down, okay, to the hem part like this. So that is that. So for this part here, I don't want it too sharp at this part. Then I will come up by 2 inches, and I will just curve it like so. So after curving, definitely we are done with the drafting of the front, but before we cut it out, we are going to work for the zipper allowance. So for this gaping part, we don't need any gaping for the back. So what we are going to do is to eliminate that any form of gaping. So what we are going to do is that we are going to mark our um, zip allowance, which is the zipper allowance. So I'm using 2 inches for my zipper allowance, okay. So I want to be sure for this allowance, so I want it to be straight. That is what I'm marking. So after marking it, I'm just going to rule it as a straight line, okay. I will be ruling it as a straight line like this. So after ruling, before we eliminate our back bulgeness. So now we come to this waist region here. So I'm coming in by 1 inches. So after coming in by 1 inches, I'm going to connect it to the hip line. Okay, I will connect it to the hip line just like this. Then after connecting it to the hip line, then I'm now going to connect from the hip line and from the waistline down to the neck width, the neck depth. Hope you understand. If you don't understand what I'm trying to say, just watch the video, you understand. So I just connect it to the neck depth. So you can see we've already altered this part here. So this part is no longer needed. So we cut it out. So let's get right there, and we are done with everything. Let's cut it. So guys, this is how it is after we've done cutting. So the next step we are going to do is to cut our lining. Okay, we use this to cut our lining. Then I've cut out my lining. So after cutting, this is my lining. So what we are going to do now is to pad the hip. Okay, like if you have enough gum stain, just part from the shoulder to the hem part, okay? Because my gum stain is not enough. That is why I just part from the waist down. Okay, you can see I padded from the waist down. But if you have I will advise you to part from the shoulder down. I don't know if you understand. Don't pad the way I pad my, okay? So that we have a good effect, okay? Just part from the shoulder down. So after padding my lining, is the lining that you will pad, okay? After padding the lining, so the next step is to bring the main fabric. I just folded the main fabric into two, and I give it a very good press to have a midpoint. So from the shoulder, I come down by 22 inches, okay? I mark my 22 inches here, and I come to this other side here, and I also mark my 22 inches. So you can see we have the center like this. So we are going to, from the center, we are going to mark 2 inches. So from this other side, from the center, we are still going to mark 2 inches. So I've already do this bust, and for the width I have 7 inches, and for the length I have 3.5 inches. Then I'm going to start from this line here, which is from the 2 inches, and I did the same to the other side. So the next step is to sew on it. Then after sewing on it, I'm going to stitch on it as well. So let me quickly do that. So guys, you can see I've done that, and I've give it a very good press, and this is how it is after sewing. So the next step we are going to do is to bring the lining. So I'm going to bring my lining, and I'm going to use the lining to turn the fabric. So I've said it before. Please, when you are padding, don't pad like the way you see me pad. Pad your full lining, okay? Then use it to turn it. So guys, this is it after turning, and I give it a very good press. So this is the back. You can see this is the back. So what we are going to do is to the back, to turn the back right side facing right side to the front. Then I'm going to hold my shoulder, okay? So for the shoulder, I will use half inches to join the shoulder. So guys, I've joined the shoulder, and this is how it looks like. I've already joined the center, okay? So I've joined the center of the back. So the next thing you are going to do is to cut the sleeve. So I've already folded my fabric into two. Then you can see I just curve my armhole like this, okay? Ensuring that it's the armhole of my, or the length of my armhole, okay? Okay, the length of my armhole. I'll measure my length of my armhole. So from this center here, I come down by 6.5. From the center, I come down by 6.5. While from this side, I come down by 1.5. So I'm going to connect it this way. So just connect it this way, like this, okay? So we're just going to cut it out, and I will use this one now to cut another of the sleeve, which is the second sleeve. So I'm just going to use this one now to cut out the second sleeve. So guys, you can see I've cut out the second sleeve, and this is how they look like, okay? So the next step is to just take it to my sewing machine. I will notch it. I will notch the center, and I will also notch the center of this one. So the next step is to hem the down part. I'm just going to fold it twice, then sew, and I will attach it to my gown, okay? So guys, you can see I've attached it to my gown, and I've gone ahead to weave it. I've also attached my zip. So the next step is to use the 2 inches allowance that we gave to join the side, okay? I'm going to use the 2 inches allowance that we gave to just join the side. So I'm just going to join this side. After joining this side, I will show you how it comes out. So this is it guys, I've joined the side, and this is how it comes out, looking very pretty. If you have watched it up to this moment and you have not subscribed, I don't really know what you are waiting for. Please hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so that whenever I post a video you get to see it. So let's me wait and see the final look. So guys, this is the final look of the gown we just made, looking very pretty and beautiful. If you like this video, give this video a huge thumbs up, and if you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a video you get to see it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. To see you in my next video.